Hello again, guys. So, excuse me, we are back again with another Mass Effect Andromeda live stream. Hopefully, we shouldn't have any internet problems today. And if we do, I really do apologise. But hopefully, if things go well, and I plan on live streaming for about 2 hours or something. Like basically, than that, probably up until about maybe 10 p.m. UK time. But again, unlike there is a slight difference though today. Like yesterday was 5 days for the Legendary Edition. Today it is 4 days for the Legendary Edition. So I'm very, very excited. I'm getting really, really excited at that. Just I can't wait. I just wanted to hurry up. I really do. Yes, we're almost there. We are getting there. Also, still working on having a clear out on the. Deleting old videos on the channels and that. So I think I've got maybe another couple of hundred to go or something, but I should get them all deleted. All non-Mass Effect videos will be deleted at least by Friday, and that should be good because, like I said, fresh start. The channel is officially becoming a Mass Effect only channel, and I'm very excited, and I'm looking forward to what we can try and build in that within the Mass Effect community. So yeah, yeah, might as well just get on. But I've explained loads of times before, it's something that I've always been passionate about, and I always I've always said to myself, if they ever do bring the trilogy out on PS4, right? Because obviously I'm on a PS4. If they ever did that, I would literally turn my channel into a Mass Effect only channel, and that's what I'm doing. And it's something that I'm passionate about, and it's like I said, I can just do a load of videos and that, and obviously for you guys to watch and for you guys to enjoy, and then we can interact and everything. So yeah, can't wait. I'm looking forward to it, but just can't wait for that. It's just the memories, the nostalgia, and that everything, and that all those memories, and that's just going to come back. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. I can't wait. So yep. But to be honest, I actually really enjoyed the stream yesterday. I mean, it's been obviously getting back to the use of the controls of Andromeda, but yeah, I actually enjoyed it yesterday. It was quite good, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So yeah. So back to EOS. Now we just established our outpost. Yeah, I've done it loads of times before, but we did a scientific outpost on EOS. So yep. Also, I may actually do a video either Wednesday or Thursday, and that just before Legendary Edition comes out, just a little video just talking about the main things that I'm really looking forward to. And I mean, I'm looking forward to everything with the Legendary Edition. Don't get us wrong, I'm looking forward to everything, but the main things that I really, really can't wait for. So I might actually do a little video about that on Wednesday or Thursday, like I says, and then after that it's just the wait for Friday. So yeah, it seems like it's hitting ages to load here, doesn't it? There we go.
Radiation levels increasing.
I should probably use the Nomad for this.
Data key. Specialist Engineer Aman Kathari.
Chased down by what he was studying. The death toll between the two outposts must have weighed on everyone.
Radiation within safe levels. Life support at 100%. Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder. Radiation levels within acceptable limits.
There we go.
Life support is back online. Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Loot from our outposts. And an arc escape pod. Where'd they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
Need an up-close scan.
Magnesium.
Looks like they found it drifting and brought it here.
I'm not able to extrapolate point of origin, Pathfinder.
But the Ark could be intact, like the Hyperion.
Let's hope so.
He are alive and whole, or in need of assistance.
A field log, Pathfinder, issued to patrolling Ket.
I don't need a translation to know when I'm hearing a monster.
Adding to language database.
At least it's cooler in here.
These caves could be a good shelter if people need it.
Watching the corners.
Radiation levels are severe. Seek safety immediately.
Oh yeah, it's still not safe really, is it? No. Oh yes. It's when you come back a little bit later. Wow. Jesus.
Radiation levels within acceptable limits. Detecting above normal radiation levels.
The sky is beautiful in its own way. Our people came a long way. Nothing here will stop them.
Seems that... It's harsh than when we first landed. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Fast travel.
Radiation within safe levels.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Jacob Mitney, Research and Development. My team's just getting set up here, but we've made a discovery you might want to check out.
All ears.
We've put together a blueprint for augmenting your armor plating. Uploading it now. If you can collect the necessary resources from around EOS, it should work.
Sounds useful. Good thinking, Mitney.
This could form the basis for armor production across the initiative. Scrounge safely, Pathfinder.
Craft the Pathfinder chess piece.
Hello, Kim Connor. Supplies, trade, procurement. Anything you need, I can provide. Though I hear you've got Vetra Nix keeping you well stocked.
You know Vetra?
I worked with her on the Nexus in those days of chaos. But I need ground under my feet, and soon hopefully trade will flourish on EOS.
You said you know Vetra. What's she really like?
Ah, Vetra. You're lucky to have her. Few weathered the mutiny on the Nexus as gracefully. The mutineers tried to convince her to join them. She refused, yet many of them are still her contacts and allies. If Vetra Nix has advice for you, I'd listen.
Absolutely.
Does the outpost have everything it needs?
The Nexus furnished us with the basics, but that isn't enough for a home. Providing the rest is my responsibility. The labs can't work without good logistics. They'll have it.
Is EOS trading with any new partners?
Right now, just the Nexus, but I have contracts with Wildcat salvages and independent miners. There will be more.
So how did you end up here, Connor?
Me? You're the Grand Explorer. I fill out requisition forms.
Really? Everyone here has some kind of story.
I left mine back home. Or... the... still... Ask me another time.
Ask me another time. Goodbye.
See you later.
Be well. Come back again.
Excuse me.
If I study one more specimen,
Nothing. How you doing, mate? You good? I've already been here, haven't I? Yeah, I've already been here. Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, Sheffield relegated, I know. Had some decent players in there. Yeah, I mean, they did start the season with like points deducted, didn't they? So it was always going to be hard because they've had a lot of off the field problems with like the, you know, like financially the ownership of the club. So yeah. Apparently, like they've struggled to like afford to like keep, you know, Hillsborough open or something, or pay the rights to it or something like that. So yeah, it's a shame. Like Sheffield, you know, good club.
Sorry it came to this, Pathfinder. Pathfinder?
What do you think of Neil Warnock as a manager? I like Neil Warnock. I mean, his style of football isn't great or anything like that, but he's an old-fashioned like manager. He doesn't take any like crap from anyone. And he does get the best out of, like, you know, the group of players that he has. So I respect Neil Warnock. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind him. Seems like he's done a decent job at Borough, considering like the group of players that he has. So yeah, good manager, good old-fashioned manager. The best out with Watmore. Yeah. And like the typical like scenario as well, that it's just like Watmore stays fit at Middlesbrough but he doesn't stay fit at Sunderland. But that's not like, it's not a shock really, because that tends to happen with a lot of players. And that elsewhere they stay fit, they come to Sunderland, they're injured. Crazy. Paddy McNair's a good player. Like, at least in the Championship. In the Premier League, obviously, like not good enough, and that there's reason why Man United let him go. But in the Championship, very good player when he's fit. So speak with Addison's assistant on the Nexus. when you get the PS5. I don't know. Why? Maybe in the future and that, but right now I'm fine with the PS4, and that especially with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition on the way, and that I'm good. I wouldn't mind getting like an Xbox in the future as well, at some point, but right now I'm very content with the PS4. Got no problem with it. Shadows die twice or so. Shadows die twice? What's that? Shadows die twice? Never, don't think I've heard that. Shadows die twice? Ah, right, okay, Sekiro. Never played it. Never played it. You have no fear from FIFA anymore. But I've been playing it like bits and pieces, like Ultimate Team wise. But the God's honest truth, once the Mass Effect Legendary Edition comes out, I don't think I'll really touch FIFA that much. Maybe like odd few times when they release like interesting SBCs or if there's something really good to play for. But aside from that, I don't think I'll be playing it as much like come Friday.
You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would.
Remember buying the game
Shit, you're the
and doing a
Pathfinder.
Road to Glory and
Sorry,
Ultimate Team
no
where you
one
had a
said
bronze
VIP
squad and you
coming
used
by.
to. Yeah.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too. I'm Fox, chief engineer at your service.
What are the other outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a
Far too many special cards. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, I feel like I don't mind like the variety of cards. I like that. I like the SBC like aspect. I really do. It's just the biggest problem with FIFA is the gameplay. Like the gameplay's like got worse over the years. It's just imagine if the gameplay was like the way it used to be in the past, but with like the current like like SBCs and what you can grind for now and stuff. The game would be perfect. And that, but it's the gameplay that lets it down. Gameplay's just not good.
What do you think about
The
your
gameplay puts me off playing career mode now. It really does.
Got
Just
water?
like I said, I just about put up with Ultimate Team at times, but I just can't really be bothered with career mode anymore.
Wild card. But I hear you almost have that solved, which is amazing. And you found us a good site here.
Graphics are good, but only yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. The graphics are great, but yeah, it's the gameplay. Gameplay's shocking.
My team gets things going.
It gets worse and worse each year.
Power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a
Yeah.
flushing toilet.
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed. Hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it.
COD, don't really play COD, to be honest, and that's like...
And the initiative was my best chance.
Again, like, I don't really like the gameplay. And that, like, they've tried to, like, change it from what it used to be, and they're trying to make it, like other shooters, and I hate the battle pass, like, thing and that now, where, like, it's like you know, like buy and that to get like, you know, like the best like weapons like straight away and stuff and that. Like I hate it, and that, and I have spent money like that way before and that, but it I don't know, I just don't like it.
Bye, Fox.
Bye. Stay safe out there.
What's the last good FIFA? I was probably what 16, 17 maybe. 18 wasn't too bad, I guess, from what I remember, but 19, 20 and 21, absolutely awful. I think 18 was probably the start of it, like, on the way out and that, but 18 was brilliant compared to 19, 20 and 21. But I would probably say 16 and 17 were probably like the last two ones. Around 19, yeah. Yeah, definitely 19. But I think, like, there were signs with FIFA 18, but FIFA 18, masterpiece compared to, like, the last three, I'll tell you that. So, yeah. Gameplay was a little boring and it felt repetitive but far better. Oh yeah, exactly. Definitely.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Haley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the hell weather. But, new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
What do you make of Lieutenant Bradley?
Determined as hell. And he has incredible faith in us to get this done. Bradley would carry this outpost on his back if he had to, and we'll make sure he never has to.
What kind of research are you working on?
Your basic first in scientific work, soil, water, atmospherics, plus studying remnant tech, because now I need to understand that to survive here.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Considering it's world-altering technology we've never encountered before, I hope not. But the storms show no signs of returning, and I know who to contact for remnant tech support. I'll take it.
I've gotta go.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. You too.
Welcome back.
I've gotta go.
Keep up the good work.
No, I needed that. I really needed that.
Pathfinder, mind giving me your opinion on this? I'm planning classes for our first school, when we have one. Some say we shouldn't teach Milky Way history. All irrelevant now, apparently.
We were all shaped by that history. Our children deserve to know how and why.
Agreed.
Lee Johnson's not. No, he's not. I think he's only about was he like 5'6" or something, 5'7", something like that. Could be smaller actually, to be fair.
Pathfinder, Major Domo Evan Bell Scott. I have headaches, so you don't have to. Rather, so Bradley doesn't have to. I've also coordinated with your Ket expert. He wanted me to remind you to find him.
How many goals has White scored
I didn't assign a Ket expert
in the league this season? White's got 25 league goals. He's got 30 in all competition.
Any trouble with the Ket?
Clearing the sky cleared bad guys as well as us. So some uptick in hostility was to be expected.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic season.
Some tricks up our sleeves, thanks to the research teams. So far, you're expert than I.
Thoughts on your boss?
The old man. He's pretty tied into what happens here. I just pick up the day-to-day scraps. Good at cracking the whip for these science types. Doesn't fall for the details. I hope he's proud. Feels like he's proud.
Through his first 2 seasons, but he's really surprising. Yeah. I mean, it could be just one of those things that, yeah, like, it's just like this is the season where he's finally shown what he's really capable of, or you could say it's down to the fact that he had a full pre-season, he stayed fit in it, because in his first 2 seasons and that he did have a few injuries.
How did you come to the initiative?
Might have affected him. Even still, regardless of that, like, he still wasn't doing enough to keep getting played all the time, but this season, though, I mean, like, his all-around game, like, has improved. Not just goals, but his hold-up play and that, and everything, and that. It's actually, like, he actually looks like a really good footballer, like if you go by the season.
Still insufferable.
Sounds like you left some interesting circumstances.
I miss the family, and maybe they miss me. But that doesn't mean I'd go back. I mean, we can't, but still.
Yeah.
I like where I came from. It's a great place to be from. You know what I mean?
I know exactly how you feel. Couldn't wait to be from somewhere.
Like a bullet leaves a gun. Sometimes you just gotta go.
Where do you launch out of?
The pale blue dot, Terra Prime. Big old boring Earth. I miss that wet dog smell after the first snow melts. I don't know why.
If it wasn't, what would you sell them for?
Miss anything?
Probably. Judging by how he's been this season, and like, if there was a lot of just say like, if we were like still in League One, and there's a lot of Championship clubs sniffing around, for me, because like the way I like the transfer market goes now, and you think of like the price Brentford pay for Ivan Toney, I would want somewhere between 3 million to 5 million for Wyke if you go and buy the season. Like seriously, yeah, I would say about 3 to 5 million. But I'll tell you this: if we get promoted, I think he'll stay. If we don't get promoted, he's gone. So yeah.
I miss the time on the couch before media loads. Make your choice, and as a B- rom-com bounces between satellites, the size of the planet decides how long you wait in the dark.
Your popcorn sounds nice, Pathfinder.
Burrow, yeah. Well, that's his boyhood club, isn't it? He started his career at Burrow as well, so.
Another time.
I mean, there's like loads of clubs looking now. I mean, Forest, Millwall. There's a few others, isn't there? Isn't Cardiff looking at him as well? Or have I getting that completely wrong? But I definitely know like Borough, Forest and Millwall and that have been looking at him, so.
Pathfinder.
Another time.
Derby only won 1 game in 15. Yeah, managed to scrape up. Obviously, like, nothing against them or anything, but I was hoping Sheffield would have like stopped up and that, just because I felt sorry for Sheffield. Although I am like happy for Martin Waghorn at Derby, because obviously Waghorn's like, he's a like Sunderland lad. He came through our academy, so I'm happy for Waghorn and that Derby stopped up. But realistically, I did want Sheffield to stay up, so. If Rotherham didn't concede the late 8 hours, they would have. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Derby would have went down. Yeah. So yeah, Derby very, very fortunate to stop up. Very fortunate.
August said you might swing by. Right, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on Eos. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess
£140 on that.
How can I help
You won £40? Nice.
Bradley.
I won 124 quid a couple of weeks ago on a coupon, but couldn't get anything like during this weekend. But it is what it is.
With a better mayor, and it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for bursting colonies. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
What did you win there? £124. Oh, it's just two goals or more. I think I had about 15 teams. I might have had 14 teams. I can't actually remember now. Yeah, it was, like I said, it was for the 2 goals or more. So yeah.
Why did you join the Andromeda Initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but I'd say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
It's early days, but promising. Everyone pitches in.
Spent £2 on a bet on the Air League at 130. Nice. Well, that's the Australian League, isn't it?
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime. Preferably unhurt.
I've already played in there, yeah. What a dafty.
Another memory trigger?
One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Mayor Bradley.
Pathfinder, good to see you. We're busy as anything thanks to you. Bit dusty, but we can adapt. It's worth it when it's your own.
Let's not drive people too hard. Rough enough getting this far.
Nothing you see here came from cracking a whip. Everyone is just ready. You go do what you need to on the Nexus. Follow that dot. There will be more to do on EOS later. Some key positions: Connor Supply, Ramirez Medical, Abrams Science, Falks Engineering. With them and my major domo, we won't end up like Site 1 and 2.
I combed the first 2 outpost attempts. Those people died trying.
And they deserve better from the Nexus. That's where I point the finger. We'll remember. You changed this planet. But that doesn't make it easy. We'll use the efforts of those who went before. Good people, every last one. I'd have been honored to fail with any of them.
I haven't reached the end of that trail, but not everyone died outright.
Right. They tell me there were staggered evacs. If any want to try again, they're welcome. Oh, and Pathfinder, this is for you. It's our flag. Hang it where the Nexus can see. It's touched the soil of our first outpost in Andromeda. Make it real.
Make it real.
Nexus must be waiting, Pathfinder. Relax. There will be more for you on Eos after you get back.
What can you say about the Prodromos block?
Exacting bunch, as the science types always are. We'll eventually allow the staking of claims for groups with enough startup resources. Not quite gold rush, not quite land grants. Honored to lead them, for as long as they need me.
Haven't played Dark Souls. No, I haven't.
Tell me about
Played
yourself.
Bloodborne, which is very similar, but never played Dark Souls.
Not so much the doctrine. I joined the initiative because it's a frontier. Not a lot of those left. Not that you could reach on my pension anyway.
Any family?
A niece on Earth. We didn't talk after my sister passed.
It's a shame we drift apart like that.
Yes, well, we stay out of people's grief.
My father, your sister. Sounds like we've both lost a lot.
Bloodborne very hard. I finished it before Bloodborne.
What is that?
I liked it. I did like it.
You've said it before.
Good game, but yeah, it is very hard. It is very hard, but yeah, I actually managed to finish it once.
The thing is, you and your father.
Well, I say finish. I mean, like the main actual story. And that I know you can't keep playing, but
Went into Cryo with friends and family and woke up knowing they were all dead. Everything we build begins with that. The unsaid start to the initiative. So yeah, we stay out of people's grief.
How do you keep it from just spilling out?
I let it. And my people stay out of it when I do. And I stay out of theirs. What's that old saying? Children with dead parents think everything is possible and nothing is safe. That seems like it fits anyone in the initiative.
What's up, Ollie? XO? Welcome. How you doing?
What's behind naming the outpost Prodromos?
It means forerunner. Languages bore the shit out of me, but we voted fair. That ownership is key to the initiative. That's how you convince a bunch of civilians to jump galaxies. As long as we meet our obligations to the Nexus, what we build and how we organize, we get to figure it out.
You're someone that I already know. It's just like sometimes when it's been a long time, and that sometimes like maybe you're someone that's maybe you've changed your name or something like that. I'm not actually like sure who you are. And that. I mean, obviously you're someone who I know, but oh, Olivia, yes. How you doing? How you doing, Olivia? Yes. How have you been? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember you now. It's just I'm pretty sure you used to have a different name and played before, didn't you? Like by YouTube name.
I only work with Addison. She's by the book, and with all the shit that happened, that's to her credit.
And the others?
I only work with Addison.
Good. Go to college, Sim. Nice.
Anything you'd say if you weren't in their direct employ?
If I wasn't in their direct employ, I'd give that rat's nest a wide berth. Outposts deal with Addison. She deals with the others. And I don't envy her.
Just looking for a status report. Informal, of course.
Not much to report. We're making life up as we go.
We'll talk another time.
Oh, and Pathfinder, what I said about grief, every pirate we brought to this cluster woke up with the same reality.
Yeah, I've been okay.
Maybe think about that.
Not too bad.
Shooting doesn't have to start.
Just getting by. So I was just checking something. Try Twitch people. Yeah, I've tried Twitch before, but I'm not really that bothered by it. I don't really stream that much like anywhere, and this is just like for old time's sake, really. So that's the thing, and like I'm not bothered like about like money and that. I don't do like YouTube like for money and that. Just do YouTube like as a hobby and that, and also, you know, just like a passion, you know, for like playing games and, you know, doing videos. So yeah. I haven't got anything against like anyone who actually does like, you know, like get paid through YouTube or Twitch or anything. I've got nothing against them and that. It's just like I just don't do it like for like money or anything. You know what I mean? But like I said, I've got nothing against people that do. And that, I mean, it's just like, I mean, I watch a lot, like, you know, like a lot, like I watch people on YouTube anyway who make money and that. Like I said, I've got no problem.
Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the remnant.
That's a recipe for trouble.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned Med Bay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
Would you do this for a job? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really like bothered in that. I mean, yeah, like if there was an opportunity, like one day, like possibly, maybe. But like I said, like I'm not really that bothered about it anyway. Streams just all moved to Twitch. Nobody watches on here anymore. Yeah. But yeah, like I says, like it's just like old times like sake thing and that. Like I mainly just do videos like for YouTube and that. Like I said, I don't really like stream that much anymore. Like I streamed yesterday and I streamed today, but it's basically just for old times sake and also just like some hype and that for a game that's coming out on Friday. So yeah, but like I said, it's mainly videos. Like I don't really stream that much anyway. But no, like you're right. You're right, to be fair, in that like people are. It is mainly Twitch these days. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. I think I've already been there. Yes, I have.
Work rosters. That datapad mentioned the name Jennings. Here, Axel Jennings, assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert. Too many locations to check them all. We need... This definitely treated wounds caused by a remnant. That datapad said the work crew tried to control them.
Sand particles were removed from the wound. Analyzing. Comparing with locations from the work roster, it's likely the injury occurred near a monolith.
Let's go.
Remnant. Dad keeps calling me Gear. He's calling you Gear? Remember that. Oh yeah. I remember Tubby. Yeah.
Someone left their gear behind.
I don't think she streams anymore. Like, does she? I'm saying. I don't think I've seen her go live like for a long time. Was it like a year and a half, 2 years or something? Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw Tubby.
Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money.
I grew up watching. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't even seem that long ago. Like, does it like before and stuff like the whole when Tabby used to stream and all that, and technically it actually was because it was like a year and a half, potentially actually 2 years ago as well.
I heard someone request EOS deployment.
Yeah.
Made me smile.
Time flies. It really does.
Help us, please.
And I'm going to college and shit, leaving school. Yeah. Oop. What's that?
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Your experiment with the remnant didn't work out?
Okay, squealed. Gas brick? Yeah, bet. These remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
How many people need to get hurt before you stop this?
Pathfinder's got a point, Jennings.
Fine. Can't protect
We'll do
us all the
some
time,
revision for tomorrow.
Out here.
Got to sit me put. I'll talk to you in a bit if you still there. Alright, Ollie. Wish you good luck with your revision, and I'll catch you later. It's blocked. He blocked you? Actually, that's someone else who I haven't actually seen for a long time. Etch. Yeah. I mean, I've got him like as I got like obviously on PlayStation but obviously been like a long time since I saying like a comment from him or anything like that. So but yeah. Splat. I won't see any more, so I'll see you. Alright, catch you later then. Right, I guess we head back to the Tempest. Talk to the crew on board the Tempest and then back to the Nexus to talk. Just a hell of a lot of talking. Why not? Oh, where am I going? Dusty.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Leaving atmosphere. All clear. Suvi Anwar.
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed. That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
You're professionals, not going to babysit bunk assignments. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough, without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
If Krogan are known for one thing, it's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical? Good meeting, everyone.
Mutiny is like cancer. Left...
So we have a stowaway.
You mean PB?
She's decided to set up in one of the escape pods. You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How did you get into medicine?
My mum was a dancer on Omega. Dad was a bouncer. I'd patch him up after busy nights. Discovered I had steady hands. They put every credit they earned into my education.
Are they here in Helios?
No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving the Milky Way behind easier.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
Why do you sort them that way?
Just easier for me to see patterns in behavior.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and
bastard.
so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
Is PB alright?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Not in the hallway.
Thanks for the insight. How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's we can't lose attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Suvi okay?
She's remarkably adaptive. I'm kind of jealous.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Thanks for the insight. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Give me a better game than Drag. Not saying much.
What?
Hey, Ryder. What's the story?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
I'd say always like one thing that's very like disappointing with the with Andromeda. The conversations with the crew's just not the same as the trilogy, is it? Like they can be okay in that, but I honestly like with the trilogy and that you can talk to the crew and that for ages and it just never gets like boring. The problem with Andromeda is it's just like there's not enough of it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Sometimes like certain conversations with the crew's okay on Andromeda, but it's just the conversations are way better in the trilogy. 10 times better.
Terraforming, atmo processors, gravity wells, life-destroying murder bubbles. We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving, and everyone hates moving. Just the packing alone. Blech.
Point taken. I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
Plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean, someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like...
Oh.
Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Like you said, who has time?
Eventually things will settle down a bit. Hopefully. Or we'll be dead. Oh. Anyway.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
You know where to find me. Vetra's okay, but she's just a cheap rip-off of Garrus Vicarian. It's the same with Drax. Like, Drax okay, but he's just a bum weak rip-off of Rex and Grunt. PB, funny, but just a very poor, just very poor compared to Bum and Liara. It's like Cora's a very weak Ashley Williams, and Bum and Liam Costa's like a poor man's kid, and like Aiden Alengo. I mean, I don't get us wrong, I don't hate any of these characters in Andromeda, of course not. It's just compared to the trilogy, just not the same like vibe. I'm sure I've said that like plenty of times, but still, yeah.
Prodromos. Sounds good, doesn't it? We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is goddamn brilliant.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
I know it. I know it. Open sesame. Hello, Drac and PB officially on the team. Awesome. Oh, I just can't wait to recruit the old legends or classics on Friday. Can't wait.
Who were you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
I like the no trouble plan. How about we stick with that?
Kesh said not too much trouble, kid. Not no trouble. The cat makes sure some trouble's always coming for you.
That's not reassuring.
Life out here ain't reassuring. You'll get used to it.
Is that all you brought?
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Leaving the Nexus can't have been an easy choice.
It was, actually. Staying became impossible. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle under Tan's rules or start our own colony. Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan left. Your granddaughter stayed.
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan, you wouldn't have had much of a station to tie your ship to. As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Krogan could have made a real difference on the Nexus.
Staying under those conditions would have just resulted in another mutiny. We have a much better shot at something good out here.
Can't argue with that.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Thane came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Kesh is alone on that station now.
You think someone might try to hurt Kesh?
More like she airlocks Spender. Or he tries to stab her in the back, and then she airlocks him. Thane wouldn't listen to me when I told him Spender had a part in the mutiny. I had no proof.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a piejack scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Destined are annoying, quick. Got some crazy mist that hides them from view, their friends too. Take a Destined down, and that mist goes away. Makes them a prime target, if you ask me. Perfect for grenade practice.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
There's just something wrong about the Ket. The absolute single-mindedness.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
So, Chosen, it's not good to let too many of them get close to you at once. If they hit your shields, take a step back. Let me handle them. Bet you anything they're not used to being rushed by a Krogan.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fire and explosives are good against anything with heavy armor. Or anything, really. Generally, no one likes being set on fire.
Generally? There's a story behind this.
Ha, there sure is.
You mentioned that people generally don't like being set on fire.
I was hoping you'd ask. So, about 400 years ago, give or take a decade, me and my outfit were pinned down during a skirmish with another merc group. So I pull off my usual stunt, charge ahead and breach their barricade. Pop my flamethrower and get ready to let go. Only to see them all screaming and running away. Turns out, I crashed through a shipment of Turian brandy on my way in. Never even noticed I was on fire. But they sure did. Never seen a pack of mercs panic that badly before.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Ascendant. Keep your distance. Don't let them get you in those force fields. Pop that little orb, then shoot him in the head, just like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Fiends, kid. Even I'm not gonna mess with those at close range. Keep your distance. Shoot them in the red fleshy bits, or I guess in the face if you can't flank them.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going. Self-sustainable. It works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcro roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for Kesh right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Kesh all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
I'd like...
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now, centuries, shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
Did Lexi brief you on Sam and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comm, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah, my peacekeeping career went up in smoke when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost. I'm not thrilled about it myself, but it is what it is.
Just make sure it can't unshackle itself. There'll be hell to pay if that happens.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Lushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
I don't love being called kid.
I'll try to stop doing that. Can't promise I won't slip up, though.
Hello, Ryder. Eos has been a lesson in contrast. Alec Ryder rarely endured doubt. His accomplishments were taken for granted. But you succeeded on Eos, despite doubt and fear. Emotionally, the difference is like catching a ball versus catching a star. You have grown as a result, and so have I.
What's the latest on the memory triggers?
A memory has unlocked and is available for further investigation. You will need to return to Sound Node in the Hyperion.
Is Donald still at the club? Yeah, he's still there. Doesn't really have much say anymore because obviously KLD, Kyril Louis Dreyfus, is the majority shareholder now, but he's still there because he's still got a small stake in the club, but he doesn't really have much say like anymore. So yeah.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why is it so hard to find a good steak?
I don't know, Sam.
Because it's a rare medium. Well done.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
I'm working with Vectra to track down prosthetic gel and those other items we discussed. My favorite, Lexi? What? No?
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
It'd be good to bring something beautiful across galaxies.
Everyone in the initiative has their something beautiful. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into Huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place. Even AI. Or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. It made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
It sucks, but it happened. We need your mind on the mission.
Always is. But I'm human too. Need time to find a way through. And if that remnant tech pays off, maybe someday I'll have roses too. Hi there.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete yet.
Any more Commando war stories?
We once infiltrated a dangerous cult by posing as new initiates. Valenza hated it. She was like our padre. The cult, that perversion of faith, really upset her.
How did you stop them?
Nasira pretended that Valenza needed to be purified of evil. She was given a private audience with the cult leader. Valenza shot her, and then prayed for her.
Any more Commando war stories?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good one.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how to under...
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't I? I do that sometimes.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through what we got out of that vault. If I can crack this data storage box, it'll help with a personal project back on the Nexus. This is a nice, out-of-the-way place where I can tinker, and I can sleep anywhere. It's not exactly homey, but I like that about it. Not really looking for a home. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home. While I'm with you, at least.
Does your brain ever take a breath?
Sorry, not really. Even my dreams are in time-lapse. I get it. You want to know who's on your ship, so you're here to figure out what makes me tick, right?
Something like that? Sure.
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural Haitiana to simple but loving parents, just trying to... I look forward, not back, writer. Why snooze through my life story? Get to know me out in the field, while we're uncovering the mysteries of this galaxy. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete strangers in the Milky Way wasn't doing it for you?
I think tackling you anywhere would be fun. Did I say that out loud? Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
Maybe you just needed more sleep.
We were out for 600 years. A special someone made the trip with me, and she woke up a different person. I've slept enough. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there, done that. Even if I hadn't done it, someone had. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
That's just the one thing you want me to know about you.
Let's start with that, then. Buy me a drink sometime. Who knows what will spill out of my mouth. Tell you what, I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. For projects like the one I mentioned, which you're gonna love, by the by. Promise to bring me what you scrounge, and I'll submit to all your questions.
Remtech, huh? You got it.
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
What drew you to the Remnant?
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a sophisticated species no one knows anything about. It doesn't get more intriguing than that. There's so much to discover. I want to be the first to figure them out. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can appropriate it, who knows what advances we'll make.
So, how do you like the team?
Interesting bunch. I get a good feeling from Vetra. Not your typical military-minded Turian. Liam seems a lively one. I expect he'll surprise me. Drek is, well, old. Wonder if he can still learn new tricks.
What about...
Gil's max of complication. Might take some unraveling. Callow and Suvi seem busy. I hope they aren't all work, work, work. Who's left?
Well, there's...
Oh, right, Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
She's exactly what she should be. Capable, reliable. She's a valuable part of my team.
Sure, sure. That comes across too.
There's also Lexi, our doctor. She's an Asari.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a decent bunch.
You really won't tell me what you're working on?
That's right. Next question.
What was it like for you on the Nexus?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woken up yet. A resourceful accomplice finagled my early thaw. So I kind of lived off the grid. Snuck around, bullshitted my way onto excursions off station. After I found my first remnant ruin, I started, borrowing shuttles. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
You mentioned you came to Andromeda with someone.
Nothing gets by you. Guess that's why you're the Pathfinder. Just a friend. The one who woke me up early. But now she's not even that. It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements. Don't you think?
I don't know. Don't friends and loved ones make all the effort worthwhile?
I've always been self-motivated. Don't need much more than curiosity to drive me forward.
You're off the hook, PB. Good luck with your project.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Hello, Gil. When are you cleaning up that repair on the sensor console?
No. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a trained crew?
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything okay?
Oh, fine. Fine. Don't worry about it. What can I do for you?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's sitting right there.
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I'll admit it, Gil's rather irritating. He insists on redesigning systems rather than maintaining them.
He likes to do things his way.
That doesn't make it the right way.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans have that kind of energy. I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Dr. Tapero seems nice, if quiet. It must be very different here, compared to the Hyperion. Fewer people in stasis shock.
Let's keep it that way. What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Given Drax's history with Solarians, it's probably better I just stay out of his way. Too bad. That grunion roast he makes smells delicious.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I like PB. But I really hope she doesn't lean on the escape pod's manual release by accident.
Is that easy to do?
It's an escape pod. If it's difficult to use, you're doing it wrong.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I don't talk to Cora much. She always seems so busy. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
No. If I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
Tell me something else about the ship.
I'm all out of stories for now. Sorry. You'll have to make some new ones.
I couldn't help overhearing you and Gil. It sounded pretty heated.
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy twisting and turning on itself. It's splendid. I suppose it is a rather darkly beautiful phenomenon. Darkly beautiful. I like that. Helios is incredible, isn't it? Not just constructs like the Scourge and the Remnant Vaults. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation. You mean a god? Yes, I believe in a higher power. I know it's a little odd, but I'm a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself. There's nothing about the universe that suggests a divine intelligence. And most of what we've seen in Helios is artificial, as you said yourself. Yes, but we're creative beings. Whoever made the Remnant was too. Why should that be proof against a god? Wouldn't a true creator want to pass on the drive to invent? You are welcome to your beliefs. It's good to have different voices on the team. Excellent. Oh, speaking of the team, I should update the folks back in the Nexus with the latest reports. We'll talk later. I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding how big it is. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for? With what it has to do, it could go thousands of miles below the surface of the planet. Or completely span it. An underground network. Just a thought, of course. I wouldn't even know where to start hypothesizing how it all works. The Remnant builders, whoever, whatever they were, accomplished something far beyond us. When did you start believing in a god? My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist
convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
What do you know about the Remnant's terraforming network?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything about a planet. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. There's even evidence that it can propagate life. If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
Familiar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all.
Pathfinder. We're settling Eos. We've thought... But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide.
Syax.
They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
They've got a Pathfinder again. This is what we do.
And you've done it splendidly.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
August Bradley will oversee that. He's the new mayor.
Bradley. I know him. Seems like a good man.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
Maybe he thought he was being honest. Don't shut the crate off the... Shut the crate off the ramp. Where do they find these people?
I was only sent with a total veteran.
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Going well, I hope?
As well as it can go with limited resources, yeah. Tiny steps. Damn, Ryder, you just missed a good show. One of the alarms malfunctioned, and we thought it was an attack. It didn't take long to figure it out, but in that time, they managed to scramble at least half the station's defenses.
Why are the alarms still malfunctioning?
Probably a leftover issue from when the Scourge fried systems. It's not that bad. I once worked in a building with a fire alarm that would glitch every other week. You ever just think, I miss home? Every time I do, I feel guilty about it.
Jessica DePaul. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the Nexus. I see you here in our database. Did you have your medical scan?
Yes?
Good. That's fine. There you go. Everything's agreed.
Pathfinder, I'm glad you could stop by. Pardon the dust while we set everything up.
Have you heard anything about the Ket?
Unfortunately, yes. Now, that's a species we won't be inviting here anytime soon. I'd hoped our encounters would be peaceful, but I suppose that was too much to ask.
What goes on here?
The Cultural Center is a place where new races we've met can visit and exchange ideas. They can learn more about the Milky Way species, while we foster an air of cooperation and understanding. We're just getting everything ready. Hopefully it won't be long before we have our first visitors.
How did you get this job?
I was a sociologist in the Milky Way. While there were plenty of cultures to study, the books on them had all been written. There was nothing new I could add. So when I heard about the initiative, I signed up right away. The idea of meeting new people, seeing how they've evolved, adapted to life's challenges, I couldn't resist.
Thanks.
Of course, our hope is that you'll make friends in the cluster and send them our way. And when you have a second, check back with me on a favor I'd like to ask. Pathfinder, do you have a moment? We, need to explain you.
Explain me?
Our new VI over there is meant to describe the role of our Pathfinders, but it just lost all its settings in a crash. If you could fix them, that would really help us out. Just talk to the VI, and it'll do the rest.
Thanks.
Of course.
Female, please.
Very well said. Which aspect of the Pathfinder's role should be highlighted? Exploration and discovery or first contact with new species?
Meeting new species.
Very well said. Next, should I emphasize the role of the Pathfinder team or their partner AI?
Go with the Pathfinder's team.
Very well said. Finally, should I provide career advice to future Pathfinders or an honor of former Pathfinders?
List the former Pathfinders.
Setup complete. Would you like to keep these settings?
It all sounds good to me.
Thank you for choosing this Pathfinder information via implementing changes.
Right, okay. So I'm gonna end the stream there. I know also the reason why I'm saying this, I know nobody's watching right now, but like because I think a lot of people like have actually watched the other one back from yesterday as like a video on that, because I saw that the views actually went up quite high in that. So to people who do watch this back as a video, I appreciate you stopping by in the stream, or I do appreciate you like checking out the video. And yeah, so it was nice to do a little like some streams like for old time's sake. But as I said earlier, I will do a little like video on Wednesday or Thursday, just about like the key aspects of the Legendary Edition that I'm very excited about. And then come Friday, that's when the work begins, and that's for like rebuilding the like basically like rebuilding the channel, and also fully becoming like a Mass Effect only channel. I'm still going to be like deleting like old videos like between like now and then. But yeah, like come Friday, like I said, it's like Friday and onwards, and there's going to be a lot of Mass Effect content coming, and I can't wait. I really cannot wait. So yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed like the live stream, or like I said, if you watch it back as a video, and I do appreciate the support, really do. And yeah, I'll catch you guys for the video in a couple of days' time, and then obviously for the videos for the Legendary Edition. So I'll catch you guys later. Take care, peace, enjoy the rest of your day or night wherever you are. So bye. Take care.